Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to a Mini-Torial. Very quickly, I am currently carving a cantankerous and difficult piece of wood. This is camphor. So not only is it really smelly and trying to poison me, it is actually giving me a headache as I go. I've just closed the windows and doors to film this, and I will open them again and recover. Run away! It is also quilted and semi-burl, it's very difficult wood. It's soft, and as you know, if you've ever tried to build your first guitar out of pine, thinking, hey, pine, it's cheap, I'm going to do that, and then throw it away, you spend 10 times as long trying to get a good finish on cheap wood, excuse my language, because it is so soft and difficult to work. This is quite soft. Now, I've planed a drop top into it, and twice I had to sharpen my plane in order to get it to slice properly. And I also, instead of moving straight with the grain, I was moving at this angle, so as I went with the grain as much as possible with this particular wood, I was slicing across the grain. And if you use that slicing motion, it cuts much more easily. I wish I had a low angle plane of this length, because that would have improved that as well. Now, with flame maple as well as something like this, whenever you're actually carving it by hand with a gouge, I always go across the grain. Now, you see? So I went from a very soft patch right into a knot. And you can see it's tearing away. This is a very sharp gouge, or at least it was when I started. And I'm having to take really careful cuts, especially as I'm getting towards the edge. If I go crazy at this point, I'm liable to knock a chunk out, and we really would be crying. Well, I would be. It took me 6 months to find this piece of wood. So, anyway, the tips and the tricks are: take small cuts, as small as you can, keep your tools as sharp as humanly possible, and something that I do a lot is I have a strop. I'll sharpen my... let's do this properly. Come on. You're on video, Ben. I have a strop on my bench, and after I've sharpened it on the stone, I will use the strop 2 or 3 times just to get a slightly better edge before I have to go right back and sharpen it. And if you're cutting directly across the grain, especially with something like this, you're less likely to tear out. If I was going down this way and I hit a bad patch, I'm likely to knock a chunk out of the back of my guitar, and I would literally ruin this. So yeah, there we have it. This is a very interesting guitar. The joint is going to look like this in the end. First time I've ever prototyped something. The neck has a spear that comes all the way through, and you've got a joint that shape, and it's basically a half through neck, half set neck thing of craziness. But anyway, more later. I need to get this camphor out of my workshop. It is so smelly. Luthier Tom came in just now, and I handed him some shavings from the plane, and he huffed it and nearly died. It was yeah, bad. I didn't expect him to take quite such a deep sniff. But anyway.